That's the nature of this thing. And y'all hear you can hear my squeaky brakes. I haven't had squeaky brakes or problems with my brakes at all. But then I brought in my car to get routine maintenance on it at a huge car dealership, a huge one in the city. And then right when I got it back, I started having really squeaky brakes. So, and then another TI was talking about that, how they had overcharged her, and we kind of get the shaft even if we're just trying to do routine maintenance or something on the car, because there are a lot of people, and it only takes one bad apple, in a place like that, or one bad mechanic, to do something rotten for money, and really screw us over. So it's like, it's almost like we have to be aware, but it's almost like there's always going to be at least one person in places like that who they're going to be able to get to or pay off or whatever, and screw you over. So we've kind of got to push through too. If we can't, stop all the avenues of perpetrators and people who are screwing us over, we got to push through it. We got to just suck it up and keep going to the people. And you can hear that really squeaky. So I'm gonna have to probably replace my brake pads pretty soon, and I guess I'm gonna go to an unknown. I'm just gonna try and go to an unknown mechanic in the city, like not an unknown one, but kind of just a random one. I don't think I'll be going to the dealership a lot because I think they've got my number now, not my phone number, but I think they've kind of, they get notes and stuff, and they go, they've spent so much money on me, and every day it's just, I see the cops caravanning me in one light car, so they've spent so much time and money that, going to a big company and getting them to kind of screw you over or something, is pretty easy. I'm not, it's very, 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 coincidental that they keep sending me a personal defender that works for the life of the defender and then will not charge at all. All my other ones do, and then I had a problem with one that I think just stopped charging. It wasn't like they had sent me one that was bad, and now I'm in this thing where I have to keep sending it back. Then they send me something that doesn't charge. My modem and my computer have been hacked into. I've been having a lot of problems with just regular things that I'm trying to do, like getting out of that townhouse and stuff like that, to where it's pretty, the coincidence angle is gone, but we're getting there. And it really, if you are trying to help out and you are a TI that's trying to help other people, they're going to go harder on you. They're going to see you as bigger of a threat, a bigger threat. Sorry, I'm having a little bit of trouble with my words this morning. Tonight, I'm going to make sure I don't just plop down. I'm going to make sure, because, for the first couple, hour of your sleep, you might be all right, but then they get things positioned and, it really, really hurts you. They really did a number on my stomach, and it really hurts. Like, I'm lightheaded. But this kratom really does help, so I would recommend it. It's not that expensive. I think it was like $25 for 3 packages, of the powder. I might start getting capsules because I have a hard time. I just pour a bunch in there, but it's really helped me the last couple of days. When I've been sore, it'll give me kind of a feeling like I've taken like hydrocodone in the past, and it kind of gives me that feeling a little bit of lightness, and it kind of numbs your nervous system down and really does help out. Trying to think of what else I wanted to talk about this morning. I really just wanted to make a video because I've been struggling this morning. And they go harder on the V2K and things like that once they've hurt me, and especially since it's the weekend. Hard thing to believe that, it's so close to July 4th, and probably on July 4th, they're going to be murdering me harder and trying to destroy my family harder. And that's a hard thing for me to take. And I know it. I know that. And that's, I mean, that's Independence Day. It's like a time we celebrate, you know, this country, you know, our independence from England being won. And now it's like we're slaves to this, and Americans are being hurt. And it seems like these stalkers, you know, I've seen a lot of, you know, trailers caravanning me, and they have, you know, American flags waving, and that's on purpose because you know, I love America. I love American flags and everything like that. But one day I was talking to my stalkers, and I said, you know, it's like everybody gets all these American flags and all this, you know, red, white, and blue stuff that they're putting on, but then, you know, then they shit and piss all over the country while they're doing it. While they're claiming their patriotism, you know, they're hurting and harassing innocent Americans and lying about them. It's like, you know, the flags are great and stuff like that. It's a good reminder of who we are, but just be a good American. Just fight for freedom and fight for our independence and our Constitution. You don't. It's like they drape themselves in all this patriotic garb and then destroy their country. And so they made sure that, you know, if people are stalking me with trailers and stuff like that, they're putting American flags on the cars to kind of rub that in my face. I love the American flag. I love patriotic symbolism. I love our colors, red, white, and blue. I just think it is more important to be a good American, to really believe in those principles and not just wave a flag and then murder your neighbor. I really do. I have those opinions. So if I'm branded as some kind of unpatriotic guy because I think it's more important to be a good American than to wave a flag and then do something totally un-American, then so be it, you know. I'm trying to think about what else I wanted to talk about on this video. There is a big Saturday night PAX call. It's formerly FFCHS. So call the main number. It's at 9 p.m. Central Time. That's my time. And it's 724-444-7444, and you would dial 66339 pound to get on the call. And then it asks, if you're not a member of TalkShoe, you don't have your own account, you would just dial 1 and then pound after that. So it'd be 724, and it's at 9 p.m. Central Time. I'm in Louisiana. It's 724-444-7444, and then you dial 66339 pound. And it's a big Saturday night call with like 250 to 300 people on it every Saturday night. Hopefully we can get more people on if you guys, you know, call in. There are even perpetrators on that call. You know, they've shut down the call before. You know, not the moderators, but the perpetrators have actually shut down the call. So just be aware. You know, there are people on those calls who are not calling it. They're not TIs. All the moderators, and, you know, I'll say their names because it's only first names. Mike, Neil, Derek, you know, I've dealt with them, and they all, you know, seem above board. They all have, you know, real stories of real pain from this. And, you know, I think, though, that, you know, they're so out in the open and in the TI community, they may ask for information. So just keep your layers of defense, even in that. You know, even in that, you know, just be like, you know, I don't want to give my information out, but, you know, give me your information, I'll contact you, or, you know, contact me, and then I can just, you know, give your ideas or talk to them, or, you know, however you want to do it. But still, you know, even on those calls, you still want to keep your safety net. You still want to keep your layers of defense. And I know that's, it's tough for us because we always have to do it, but it's necessary. You know, I'm at a point where I'm so uncomfortable. They've infiltrated every aspect of my life. You know, the people that they can't convert over to helping them, they may have lied to, or whatever, and somebody keeps on giving the same comment over and over on my YouTube page, and it keeps popping up on the video. But, you know, and it's been good, like, these videos and crisscrossing with the calls, and then Facebook. You know, I've been getting a lot more comments on my older videos. There's new TIs coming in, you know, that are being brought into this program. Terrifying, but they're seeing my old videos. I'm going to definitely make sure, and, you know, I think every other TI should make sure that you do put a legacy on your account. I'm going to put a legacy on my account, make sure that my mom, you know, make sure that my mom can go in and make sure all my videos stay there. I'll tell her how many. Not because I think I'm going to die soon, but just in case. And I think everybody else who makes videos should do a legacy, a family member you can trust or a friend you can trust, so that, you know, your perpetrators can't take down your videos. Because my perpetrators do, I mean, they have access to everything. I think if they started taking down videos, that would be evidence. I'd be able to track some of that. So they don't take money out of my bank account. They never take off videos. They don't do things that I can really trace. However, they're in all my computers. They're in my phone. I mean, they're watching me right now on the camera as y'all watch me on the camera. And then they'll, like, I'll put my phone in my pocket and they'll be able to go to an application and text stuff in or write stuff in. They've called people from my phone. You know, I think in hopes that I would be talking to the V2K while they call that person. And they've also, what else have they done on my phone? They've accessed the camera. You know, it's very simple for them to do that. Also, when I'm trying to listen to music or something, they'll just stop the music. And I was listening to, I don't agree with all of his ideas, but, and, oh God, Brian 2, he says a lot of smart things about what they're trying to do with the mind, what they're trying to do with remote neural monitoring. I don't agree with him that it's a supercomputer. I think it's people driven, at least in my situation. But y'all leave a comment on what you think about that. I understand how people could think that. The problem that I have with this being some kind of, you know, learning computer that can go along with the torture and react to what you're doing is that if it was a learning computer like that, or a supercomputer like that, you know, it would be like a Terminator thing. The computer would start to see every human being as a threat. It would be programmed to treat people as a threat and torture them, and it would go outside of its parameters. You know, there would be a lot of things that aren't controllable in this if it was. I do think that a lot of it's automated, and even looped. A lot of the V2K is looped. But these people have to target, like, I'll go into the room, they have to target the high-pitched sound near my head. They have to keep that targeting. It's motion compensating to a certain point. They have to target the ELF beams, you know, on my stomach. When I put that stuff on the other night, it moved to the back of my neck. So it's people-driven stuff, that maybe some of it's automated, but they have to target, even if it has motion compensating abilities, they have to kind of stay on that. But Brian, too, I was watching his videos, and it did make me think of, you know, some useful things kind of about what my attackers are doing. They don't really want you to listen to music or have any kind of external, I guess, external frequencies that might interrupt what they're doing with remote neural monitoring or the high-pitched sound or anything like that. And they really mess with his earphones and stuff like that. But check him out, and he's been on the, you know, the PAX conference calls or the FFCHS conference calls. A lot of target individuals putting out new videos. I mean, it's really great. A lot are, you know, looking at my old videos. I kind of want to go back and just watch all my old videos. If you ever do have questions about defense and stuff, I've gone over a lot of this stuff, and I may have had maybe an error in what I thought was going on at the time, but things that I've defended with and stuff like that, I have throughout my old videos. So if I don't get back to you quick enough on email, or we don't talk to each other quick enough, you know, please go and look at some of those, because I've got a lot of the same ideas. I'm trying to come up with better ideas for defense that look better. God, the foil tape really was good, but then they switched to the back of my neck, and that really hurt too. So I think I'd rather the back of the neck.